Perfect. 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 Got my new brake line here. This is I have to bend it still. But here's the new hose. Go ahead and get this opened up. So I went ahead and ordered this from O'Reilly's. And I'll show you where it broke off at and where it was leaking from. So here's the metal piece that attaches to the caliper. Yep, there goes my bag. Kinda need that bag. Got my compression fittings, or my crush washers in it. Just set their bag. So this piece attaches to the back of the caliper, and then right here where it turns to rubber, this whole, I guess there isn't a fitting. It was a crimp fitting, so it wasn't a screw fitting. Broke off right here, and it was leaking out and draining down and all over the place. So got a new one of these, got to throw it in. Then I got to run my hard line, because when I tried to detach it here off the old one, the nut was spinning, and I guess the nut was seized to the line itself. So when I was spinning it, it was just basically twisting the hard line until it just snapped. And I wasn't paying attention that it was spinning, but it was rusted enough, so I couldn't tell. But anyways, it's all good, because it would have had to been replaced sooner or later. So that's why I got this. So where I cut it down there, I cut it to where I can get to it to put a fitting on it. So that way I wouldn't have to hassle with trying to get a fitting up somewhere where I couldn't get, my big old hands. So that's why it was cut so far down. But here's that old piece. This is where it broke off. You see. And then it was good probably about up to about here, so halfway through. And then where it gets straight, I just decided just to do it right in the middle so it'd be accessible. But I got my fitting on that side, so that was all good to go. So when I run this, all I got to do is attach this to that fitting. No big deal. And then this one attaches to the end of this. But the only thing I got to do is figure out where this ends and bend this accordingly to where it would meet up over there. And we measured it at the parts house, so we'll see how the O'Reilly's member did at measuring. See if he seemed to be fairly decent, but we'll see. So yeah, there's that old piece. So hopefully get this all put in, squared away, and I can drive my truck again without having to worry about running stop signs and killing people. So So I got the new line run. Comes all the way up here. Got all these connected back into the new fitting here, and I got it bent up around the way it was. And then it comes back down through the clip, back down this way, bends up this way, and then into the connector. And then all that goes right back up that way. So, all right, so I got the brake lines run and everything, and this is how I got the bends to line up properly. I just took some wire, fed it up in there, bent where they needed to be bent, and just use this as a template. I use this thin wire and I just run it a couple times so it has some strength to it. But coat hanger works, whatever, anything basically that you can bend easy and it keeps its shape would be a good way to make a template for running brake lines. So that way you don't have your nice piece of brake line and you go to bend it and accidentally put the bend in the wrong spot. Then trying to rebend it. I've been there. I've bent brake lines without a template before and ended up getting kinks and other bends in there that I didn't want, and it just looked like a mess. So I learned from that. Wire template is a good way to feed some brake lines. So that's how I bent that. It's all in there. Just got to put fluid in and bleed the system, and we'd be good to go.